Good morning folks and welcome back. I'm going to talk today a little bit about where we're at with Paul's postie bike. I'm filming off the new setup again today. So yesterday you would have seen me drop the video with the new tripod and the GoPro 7 with the new microphone. So hopefully you start to see some increase in the quality of the productions we're putting out. Postie bike wise, we've had a little bit of a break. I'm still waiting on some parts with that, and I'm at a little bit of a standstill at the moment. You would have noticed the videos are jumping around a little bit while I try and work on stuff that I do have the parts for. I really want to bring you the conclusion of that headlight saga, which is nearly there. I'm just waiting on a few of the new lamps to turn up, new bulbs, and we'll finish that off and jump into the next one. So yeah, this video today we're going to be looking at the front wheel and the front brakes, and hopefully you enjoy. Today we're going to rip into this front wheel, and hopefully we'll fix up a few of the other things, and I'll explain what's going on along the way. But let's get this front wheel off the bike and we'll fix the brakes and the bearings and hopefully get the speedo connected back up. When I bought this bike, it never come with a speedo drive, and I've been chasing around to get one to suit that that speedo that is on that bike, or the drive that's on that bike. No one makes one, so I've managed to get hold of my bike is a 1989 model. I've managed to get hold of a 1991, but let's unwrap it and see what we've got. So what we've got, folks, is obviously in 1991 they've changed over to the newer style brake hub. So the speedo drive on mine, I'll go and get it, is at the back here next to the brake lever. On the newer style it's at the front. It takes different speedo drive. Let's get this one apart and have a look. So this is the speedo drive to suit the new style CT110 brake hub. It's got a different cut on it, which I found out the hard way. I ordered one of these online. Turned up it was for the wrong model, and it doesn't fit in my brake hub that come with the bike, the one that we tore off the other day. So to kill two birds with one stone, I'm going to change to this style. I'm going to make sure this one will work on my wheel, and I'm going to run this brake hub on the bike from now on, and I've got a spare room if we ever need one. The speedo drive looks to be the same. Let's just see if it'll mount up. So that locates in the same manner as it does on the other wheel, and I think it's going to be okay to use like that.
straight away, once I put this new brake panel into this wheel, I can see that it's not sitting all the way down and it feels like it's binding on something. So I'm going to measure this hub and make sure it's the same as the old hub. I suspect the edge of these are riding against the back of the hub, and I don't think this is going to work. So what we've got from the top edge of this hub, where it's got a seal against the back of the panel, I've got 41 millimeters. And we'll check the wheel that the panel come out of. And I've got 45 millimeters. So the new panel goes into a hub that's deeper by 4 millimeters, which is about 3/16 of an inch difference. So I can't use that wheel. I have to use the wheel that come with the brake hub on the bike, or I need to run the original brake hub for that wheel, which means I need to find the speedo drive for that one. In the interim, we'll persevere with this wheel. That one goes all the way down. I can feel it riding against the back of the bearing. Not binding up like the other one was. Let's see if we can get this old brake cable off, and we'll take this wheel up and see if we can mount it on the bike. The issue I have is this cable's actually frozen in the outer sleeve, and I can't pull enough slack through to get it out of the end of the brake arm or out of this end, the captive end. So I'm going to take this arm off. And see if we can get him apart. Righto folks, sorry about that, GoPro ran out of juice, so I'm back using the phone. But the trick to getting the brake arm off is to, once you start to move it, you need to line the splines up as it comes off. There's a, I'll show you once we get the arm off, but there's a groove, a retaining groove in there for the bolt to sit in. So the back piece of the arm sits on the back spline, the front piece of the arm sits on the front spline, and I just had to line it up so that the back piece of the arm come over the front piece of the spline. So once we do that, it's just a matter of turning the cable and popping him out. There is a groove for the wire cable to come out of, and then that round thing slides out. Once it's off, we can set that aside. Take the spring off, undo this nut, and then this piece will come out. As well as that cable being frozen in the sheath, the nut was actually frozen onto the end, so I had to get a bit more aggressive with it than I normally would. I don't like using these vice grips, but looks like this cable is going to be toast anyway, so I will get it off and we'll go and use the one that's already on the bike that's freed up. Alright, back up here at the carport now. Let's get this front wheel put on and mocked up, see if it's going to work. This spring's a bit nasty looking. I might use the one off that come with the wheel off the other setup.
bloody cold here today, folks. That wind is just cut straight through you. It's not used to this sort of weather up here in Queensland. Anyway, the first step is to get the end of the cable into the lever, then put the end of the cable through into the adjuster, and put the bolt back in. $13 today. And the wind makes it feel about 5 degrees colder. So this spring that come with this wheel is a little bit smaller wire and it's a little bit bigger in diameter. I'm not sure what the go is with this old one, whether this is something that someone's used because they lost the original. I'll have a look in the parts book. For the time being, this is the one that come with this wheel. This is what we're going to use. We'll put the arm back on. There's a dot on the arm and a dot on the spline that have got to line up, so make sure you've got the arm in the right position.